We are setting up. So please repeat after me. Om apavitra pavitro va sarvavasthan gatopi va yasmarit pundarikaksham sabahya abhyantara शुचिः श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु. And with your you'll wash your right and left hands with water. You all know how to do Achman, right? Okay, so then just do Achman. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Yeah, sip water. Then wash your hand. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Okay, two more times. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Okay, one more time. Om Keshavaya Namaha. Om Narayanaya Namaha. Om Madhavaya Namaha. Ready.
Should we now chant together from Samhita? Does anybody here need a copy of Sri Brahma Samhita and doesn't have one? Or everyone has one? You don't have one. You have one. You don't have one. Do I have one? Most of you know the words, and we'll begin because of time constraints. Next one. Here's the next. Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govinda Sarvakarana Karanam Chintamani Prakara Satma Sukalpa Vriksha Daksha Pratesa Surabhira Vipalayankam Lakshmi Sahasra Shata Sambrahma Sevyamanam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Venum Kanvantam Aravinda Dalayataksham Bharavatam Samasitam Buddha Sundarangam Kandarpakoti Kamaniya Vishesham Govindamadi Purusham Ambajami Alola Chandrakada Satvanamalya Vamshi Ratnanga Dampanaya Kedi Kandavilasam Shambam Tribangazalitam Niyata Prakasham Govindamadi Purusham Amaham Bhajami Angani Yasya Sakalendriya Vrittimanti Pashanti Panti Kalayanti Chiram Jaganti Ananda Chinmaya Sarujvala Vigrahasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Advaitam Achutam Anadim Anantarupam Atyam Purana Purusham Navayovanam Cha Vedesha Durlabam Adurlabam Atma Bhaktao Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Pantashtakoti Shatavatsara Sampragamyo Vayoratapi Manasomani Pungavanam Sokyasti Arpapadasinya Bhajancha Tattve Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Eko Yasaura Shayatam Jagadanta Kotim Yachaktirasti Jagadanta Chayaya Dantaha Andantarasta Paramanu Chayantarastam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yadbhava Bhavataniyo Manujasta Daiva Samprapya Rupa Mahimashanayana Bhushyaha Suktaya Deva Nigama Patataishyavanti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Rasapati Bhavitavis Tavirya eva nijarupataya kalabihi. Goloka eva nivisatya kilanmavoto. Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena Santaksa Daiva Hridayesya Vilokayanti Yam Shama Sundaram Achincha Ganasarupam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ramani Murtishkalapni Amena Tishtan Nana Vataram Karor Bhuvaneshu Kinto Krishna Swayam Sambhava Paramakumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasya Prabha Prabhavato Jagadanda Koti Koti Svashesha Vasudhari Vibhuti Bindam Tat Brahma Nishkalamanantam Ashesha Bhotam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Maya Hiyasta Jagadanda Shasani Sute Trigunya Tatvishaya Vedi Vitaya Mana Satbhava Pada Sattvam Vishuddha Sattvam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Ananda Chinmaya Prasamataya Manapso Yat Praninam Hadikaram Marutam Petya Leela Yatenu Bhuvanani Jagadyajasram Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Golokanami Nijadami Kadechatasya Devi Mahesha Hadidama Suteshu Te Prabhavana Jayami Hitashayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Tristis Tati Palaya Sadhana Shakti Leka Chaye Vayasya Bhuvanani Vivarti Durga Ishchan Rupama Viyasya Tatesa Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Kshiram Yadhadati Vikaram Shesha Yogat Sanjaya Tedin Yathakritaganti Hetoho Yaksham Mutam Abhitatha Samupaiti Karyad Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Deeparcha Eva Hirtamtan Apyupetya Vipayate Vimitahetu Samana Dharma Yastadra Eva Vishnu Taya Vibhani Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yatkarana Bhajade Bhajati Sma Yoga Nidramananta Jagadanda Saroma Kupaha Adar Shakti Mamadam Yaparam Surti Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasyai Kanishvita Kalamatavalamya Jivanti Loma Vidaja Jagadandanataha Vishnur Mahanti Yasya Kalabhitesho Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Bhasmanyatankra Sakaleshu Najesha Teja Sviyam Teyan Pikadiyan Karvitan Vadatra Brahmaya Kesha Jugadanda Vidhana Karta Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yatpada Pallava Yugam Vinadhaya Kumbha Dvandve Pranama Samayeta Ganadi Rajaha Dinpantam Alavasya Jagatrayasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Agni Mehi Gudur Amba Marudha Shascha Parastatatma Manasita Jagatrayani Yasmad Bhavanti Vivanti Vijanti Yancha Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yat Chakri Aisha Sapitas Kalagrahanam Raja Samasta Suramurtira Teja Yasyagya Yavamati Sambrita Kala Chakra Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Dharmo Tapapaditya Shrutaya Pangsi Brahmadi Kinta Padagavanayasya Jivaha Yajna Prakatam Prabhava Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yasmin Gopam Atavendra Mahosva Karma Bhandanurupa Palabhajanam Patanoti Karmani Nirlita Kinshu Bhakti Bhajam Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami Yam Krodakamasayati Vatsalyamohuragauravasevipai Sanchindyatasya sadrisham tanmapurete Govindadipurusham tamaham bhajami Shriya Kantha Kantha Paramapurusha Kalpatarvo Drama Bhumi Chintamani Gana Mayurikoyam Amritam Kata Ganam Natyam Ganapam Amigam Sri Priyasaki Chidanandam Jyoti Paramapita Picha Sa Yatra Chiradhi Shabati Surabhimya Shasumahan Nimesha Yakyoga Vrajati Nahi Yatrapi Samaya Bhaje Shveta Dvipam Kamiham Iktiyam Vidantaste Santashati Virla Charakati Paye Ishvara Parama Krishna Satchidananda Anade Bade Govinda Sarvakaranam. Amaruchi, are you going to speak something about these two candidates or someone else when we get there? You or someone else? Who? Identify someone. Initiation ceremony. So I thought a nice topic is Shikshastra Sri. Shikshastra 3. Subal, how am I doing? I'm doing good, okay. And as soon as I'm done, it's Shikshastra 1. You have something for the screen for Shikshastra 1? No. Just your speaking? Seeing or just speaking? Speaking. Would you like the seeing also? Because I have. Okay, it's just speaking. Okay, great. Right. So listen, this is Prabhupada singing. You can feel the ecstasy and intensity of Srila Prabhupada's voice, isn't it? His heart's completely into it. From Chaitanya Charitamrita, Mahaprabhu saying, raising my hands, I declare everyone, please hear me. String this verse on the thread of the holy name and wear it on your neck for continuous remembrance. So there's 4 parts to this text, this Shikshastra 3. And here's a little summary. These are the symptoms of one who chants the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra without offense. Small thing. So the first one is 4. Humility. And our acharyas exhibit this characteristic. Thinking oneself lower than the grass on the ground. straw, trinadapi sunichena. So humility. I'm going to circle back and speak more about the quality of humility and its importance in our Vaishnava life, in chanting the holy name and interacting with Vaishnavas and others besides our Vaishnava community. It's one of my favorite topics these days, so get ready. Like a tree, he tolerates everything in two ways. When a tree is cut down, it does not protest. And even when drying up, it does not ask anyone for water. Nice graphic, huh? The tree delivers its fruits, flowers, and whatever else it possesses to anyone and everyone. It tolerates scorching heat and torrents of rain, winter and summer season, yet it gives shelter to others. Do you know some people that are not so tolerant? You know some people that are not so tolerant. It blocks their path of transcendence, and it blocks their relationships with others, and it brings clouds in the sky, and so one can't see the light of the sun anymore. Kind of like what's been happening over here in Midwest with, even when it's warm, the sky has been very cloudy, and smoke from the wildflowers in Canada, and the breathing of the air has been dangerous, or etc. So it's like that. The lacking of tolerance just darkens everything. So the advocacy of this verse is these two: humility and tolerance. Very similar to Bhagavad Gita, isn't it? Amanat vambadam vidvam. Humility and pridelessness. Humility and pridelessness, or humility and tolerance. Because if you're proud, it's hard to be tolerant. If you're intolerant, it's hard to be prideless. These are lessons for chanting of the holy name, and I specifically feel that devotees who have been practicing for some time may lose these characteristics, unfortunately. I call it entitlement. I'm entitled to being honored by others. A devotee engaged in chanting the holy name of the Lord practices forbearance like that of a tree, Ramchandra Puri, looking for faults in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Look at, there's ants on the ground. Even if rebuked or chastised, he does not say anything to others to retaliate. I know some people that will say things to others to retaliate, even if there's no cause for it. And that's a disqualification for receiving the holy name and receiving spiritual progress. A Vaishnava should not ask anything from anyone else. If someone gives him something without being asked, he should accept it. But if nothing comes, a Vaishnava should be satisfied to eat whatever vegetables and fruits are easily available. Of course, this is a very advanced stage of spiritual life. He doesn't give anxiety to others, rather does that which is good for others, practicing forgiveness, like that of a tree, and giving up violence towards other living beings to protect and maintain them. So I'm just reading text. I think I'll stop reading the text and just speak. The opportunity that we've been given by our founder Acharya and the predecessor Acharyas is access to the spiritual world. What's our qualification? Disqualification? Qualification? How did it happen? Some mercy came because of the merciful Vaishnava. And so something has been bestowed upon us in our forgetfulness condition, darkness of ignorance condition, Kali Yuga victimized condition. Blame it on Kali Yuga, right? Whatever the cause is, we've received some good fortune. And recognizing that good fortune, if there's something that's worthwhile, it's the good fortune that's been bestowed upon us. And so speaking with humility or feeling humility about ourselves is appropriate. And if some honor comes, the honor gets passed on immediately to where that honor came from. That's humility. It's not low self-esteem, it's just honesty, self-honesty. Then some time passes and somebody does or says something that's hurtful. It happens. And it can be perceived even, what to speak of, real, but perceived or real, then something happens. We feel stepped on or hurt or, feel something. So the advice to keep going, keep in this mood of humility is forbearance or tolerance. And much has been said by our acharyas about this, but it's part of our Vaishnava life. And then comes the next one. Amanina manadena. That is, being ready to offer all respect to others, and then the flip side, without expectation of respect in return. It's one thing to offer respect to others, it's another thing to not expect respect in return. Or if one doesn't receive respect, you feel something. Like, I want to be acknowledged, please. Or stronger, I want to be respected, please. It doesn't have to be disrespected, just I'm expecting respect. I'm trying to be a nice Vaishnava and I have an expectation. This is the entitlement topic. So some of us have been practicing Krishna consciousness for a number of years. And I'm looking around the room, probably I have more years than anyone else in the room, in this lifetime at least. And something that I see, I'm going to get on one of my favorite soapboxes for a moment. I see a slackening in persons who have been practicing Krishna consciousness for some time in these 4 areas. And I'll just give it, the entitlement title. It's a problem. Without naming names or, situations, it's not this place or that place. I travel every now and then, and I see it almost everywhere. There's a stage, it doesn't have to be Prabhupada disciple, it's just someone who's been around for a while and they feel entitled to something. And they're not so eager to hear from others about that something. That they need, I've been using this term blind spots, that things they just don't see that others can see, and they're not going to say it because they don't feel that you'll be happy to hear it. You'll be stepping on their toes or whatever. It doesn't have to be something that's like a wrong with the person or their character. It's just, they may need something, some advice. And it's hard for persons who aren't feeling, in the beginning of Krishna Bhakti, it's very inspiring, these 4 principles, so I can get a taste. for devotional service, get a taste for hearing and chanting, get a taste for the process itself. And after some time, complacency, or Bhaktivinoda Thakur's words, slackening and submission. And then comes the darker stuff, the entitlement stuff. I don't need to hear from anyone. And so forth and so on. And then comes conflict, and the younger devotees are looking at the older devotees and going, Star Wars? Going on here? So it's the beginners, the intermediates, and especially, I'm speaking not just for the people in the room, but the people who may not be in the room, but whatever the level, it's important to maintain these principles to make further progress, and by making further progress, being able to help people, being in service, this Torora Eva Sahishna, continuing to be offering all kinds of service to others, even if, and fill in the blank. And that mood is powerful. It's a mood of purity, but after all, purity is the force. And I'm speaking the same message that I spoke at the Kishori 50th. Those of you who attended it can remember what this is the same message. How is the Hare Krishna movement going to go on for another 50 years and make it, ISKCON 100? It's these qualities, or say it negatively. If these qualities are not there, things will deteriorate. We can have buildings and deities and whatever, Prabhupada's books, Bhakti Shastri courses, and people study and get their Bhakti Shastri certificate and feel entitled. There's nothing wrong with taking Bhakti Shastri, but the character, that's the foundation of our Vaishnava life, and that character is the character of purity, and these are symptoms of purity, these four. And so I'm going to take my soapbox away and just get back to normal and say, it's important for us individually, the initiates, first and second, put even more weight on the second, those in this room that are second initiated, and those that will become second initiated. It's important to take that step. In celebration for those that are taking that step. Congratulations. And make sure that you continue to cultivate these four characteristics, because you're become the brahmanas who are on the varnashram system, are the example setters for the whole world. Certainly our devotee community, but beyond our devotee community. And that's a big opportunity and a big responsibility. So take it seriously. That this step is a serious step. And represent the disciplic succession nicely, so that the Hare Krishna movement doesn't sag and become another religious organization out there. Because that can happen. That can happen. We don't want that to happen. And so, whatever else is happening around you, you have a responsibility, whether initiated or not initiated, you have a responsibility to represent disciplic succession. And these are four essential characteristics to accomplish that. There's some more nice text, but I think I said what I wanted to say. And I know that time is short, so I'm going to turn things over to Nityananda Pran to proceed.
So we will change neck beads for the initiates. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram.
Really?
Akandana.
Let him finish the mantra. Go ahead, finish the mantra.
Finish the mantra.
Finish them.
Finish the mantra.
Harima! Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram.
Time for vows. Time for vows. But before vows, something.
I guess I'm to speak about Mahati and Kirti. There's a lot to say, but we have short time, so please understand this is a very, very slight sliver of our appreciation of them. So I met them at our Illinois Institute of Technology program in 2008. And we've been friends since then. And since then they've taken up Krishna consciousness, gradually working their way and really being very, very sincere and dedicated. They've faced many challenges. Some of the friends who are here know of late health and this thing and that thing. Somehow they've really cruise through all of that, regardless of what challenge. But one thing that has stayed strong for them is their conviction about the process of bhakti and their attraction to Maharaj. That has been the one that has really helped them tide all those difficulties. And in all of that, one thing you know is that they've done something nice or right is when you see their daughter Radhika. She has such taste for kirtan. So they're in Houston. They were here. They've gone to Houston. They're serving there and here. Their heart is here and there. And so we're very, very happy for them. All of us are here wishing our best for all of you. Thank you.
Okay, so is this microphone on? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. It's on?
Yeah.
It's on, okay. You ready? Both of you go to Prabhupada's Vyasa-san, offer your obeisances, and then come back. And I forget whose beads are whose. You know whose beads are whose? This is yours. Okay, so you do your husband first. Okay. Before Radha Shyama-Sundar, Radha Madhava, the Vaishnavas, the Prabhupada, your spiritual master, vows for the rest of your life. And minimum, right? More is okay. Okay, your initiated name, and I'm going to give you the spelling, diacritics and everything later. Krita Lakshana Das. It has a very nice meaning, too. It's one of the 1,000 names of Vishnu. And the meaning is, he who reveals his original form to the most exalted devotees.
Whoa! Krita Lakshana Das ki!
You're smiling. He likes his name. You'll like it. Okay, your vows, please. Every day for the rest of your life. What about when you get really old? What are you going to do? You keep your vow, that's right. Okay, your initiated name is Matangi Gopi Devidas. Matangi Gopi, you can read about her in Ananda Vrindavan Champu, and she's brought before Radharani to demonstrate her music skills.
Ma- Mat-
Her name, she's understood in Ananda Vrindavan Champu as the master of all masters of music. I hope you have a musical inclination.
she does. Matangi Gopi Dasi ki jai.
Okay, Subal, grab a microphone, Subal.
Hare Krishna. So I was asked to, on behalf of the Chicago Temple, the council, to say some words about Ambalika and
Her grandmother.
also her grandmother Rajmati Mataji. Both are wonderful devotees. They've been serving in Chicago, Ambalika, and her mother, Sri Padma Manjari. They've been serving in the Pujari department, especially with flowers and making jewelry for the deities. The Ambalika is very sincere. It's a young devotee who is, for many years now, has been serving very, very nicely and studying, trying her best. And recently, Rajmati Mataji have come to join them here in Chicago. And of course, you can tell the fruit, you can tell the tree by seeing at the fruits. So congratulations to both of them on behalf of the Chicago Temple. And we hope, you can actually take full shelter of His Holiness Ramat Swami. Hare Krishna.
Grandmother first, and then you follow. Go ahead.
Govindamai.
Prabhupada's Vyasa-san, please. Okay. The four rules that you'll follow. No problem. Okay. How old are you now? How many? 60? You're only 60? How many years old? 64. I'm ahead of you. Okay. You initiated name. Ragaleka Devi Dasi.
Hari Om.
Ragaleka, it's a nice name. Ragaleka is a confidential associate of Srimati Radharani. Ragaleka. Okay.
Ragalekha Devi Dasi ki jai.
And last but not least, how old are you? 20. Young lady. You're at the same age when I was initiated. Maybe you can also make it for another 54 years like me. That'd be nice. Okay. The 4 rules that you'll follow.
No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication.
Okay. And
I'll chant 16 rounds minimum every day for the rest of my life.
fantastic. Music to my ears. So keep the vow. Keep the vow. The initiated name is Alarka Devi Das. Alarka was a king, and he had a daughter who he named Alarka. And I like this name Alarka because I have a god sister, one of Prabhupada's disciples. He named this devotee Alarka. Nice name, and she was also very tall like you. You may be taller than she is.
Alarka Devi Dasi ki jai.
So let's go ahead.
So we'll get into the yagya. We have very little time. We want to make sure that Shamsundar Prabhu gets to start soon. So we will not be doing call and response. Whenever we say swaha, you'll pick the grains with these three fingers, thumb in the middle too, and offer in the fire. And after we're done, circumambulate the fire 3 times and let's everyone just settle down. I know there's excitement to take pictures and do bhiksha, but we'll reserve the bhiksha for after Shamsundar Prabhu's class. Okay, so all photos and all that later. So we'll finish that. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Swaha 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 Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Swaha 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 Vandeham Shri Guroh Shri Yutapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tvam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhan Vitamscha Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Srila Romapada Swamin Iti Namine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatyadeshatarine Swaha 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 Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Iti Namine Shri Varshabhanavi Devi Daitaya Kripabdhaye Krishna Sambandha Vijnana Daine Prabhave Namaha Madhuryojjvala Premadhya Shri Rupa Nuga Bhaktida Shri Gaura Karuna Shakti Vigrahaya Namostute Namaste Gauravani Shri Murtaye Dinatarine Rupa Nuga Viruddha Apasiddhanta Dvantaharine Swaha 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 Namo Gaura Kishoraya Sakshat Vairagya Murtaye Vipralambhara Sambodhe Padambujayate Namaha Swaha 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 Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidananda Namine Gaura Shakti Swarupaya Rupa Nugavarayate Swaha 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 Gauravirbhava Bhumestvam Nirdeshta Sajjana Priya Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannathayate Namaha Swaha 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 Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Swaha Swaha स्वाहा नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः स्वाहा 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 पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तिशक्तिकं स्वाहा 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 हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते स्वाहा 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 जयतं सुरतौ पंगो मम मंदमतेर्गतिः मत्सर्वस्व पदाम्बोजौ राधा मदन मोहनौ स्वाहा 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 दिव्याद् वृन्दारण्यकल्पद्रुमाः श्रीमद्रत्नाकर सिंहासनस्थौ श्रीमद् राधा श्रील गोविंद देवौ पृष्ठालिभिः सेव्यमानौ स्मरामि स्वाहा 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 श्रीमान् रासरसारम्भी वंशीवटस्तटस्थितः कर्षन् वेणुस्वनैर्गोपी गोपीनाथ श्रियैस्तु नः स्वाहा 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 तप्तकाञ्चन गौरांगी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये स्वाहा 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 जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा स्वाहा 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 एवरीबॉडी लाउडली हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा. The final mantra Purnahuti is you stand up and hold the banana in both your hands, and when we say swaha, please place the banana in the fire. Stand up, Prabhu. नमो ब्रह्मण्य देवाय गोब्राह्मणहिताय च जगद्धिताय कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः स्वाहा स्वाहा स्वाहा. Please circumambulate the fire 3 times.
Krishna Hare
Is that
Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna